in Central Visayas. But health experts say the impact of these mutations are still unknown. The ball is now in President Duterte's court whether or not to put the entire country under modified GCQ in March. The Agriculture Department is looking into reports of hog shipments from Mindanao that are supposedly making their way to areas not covered by the price cap. LGUs near the Taal volcano are being asked to prepare for the worst as FIVOX records increased activities within the volcano.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the sands of past life.
And we take a look at the historic landing of NASA's Perseverance rover on Mars. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. The Philippine Genome Center, PGC, has detected 2 new SARS-CoV-2 mutations in the Central Visayas. Health experts are saying that the significance of these mutations are still unknown. Greg Gregorio with the full report.
31 samples submitted for whole genome sequencing have shown 2 mutations with potential clinical significance. These mutations of SARS-CoV-2, called E484K and N501Y, were found in samples from Central Visayas. Dr. Cynthia Saloma of the Philippine Genome Center said these mutations are also seen in the UK and South African variants.
Na-associate nga nila yung may mga cases sa UK na talagang tumaas. At sa kanyang hallmark mutation is ito nga yung 501Y. Tapos lumabas din po yung researchers sa South Africa na mayroon po silang variant doon, which we now have this lineage assignment called B.1.351, na not only does it have the 501Y that was first reported by the UK researchers, meron din po siyang 484K.
Dr. Edsel Salvana, a member of the DOH Technical Advisory Group and the IATF's Technical Working Group on COVID-19 variants, allayed fears on these detected mutations.
Itong mga mutations na to, kumbaga, parang markers po sila. Doesn't mean the mutation itself can make something more transmissible or make something more deadly or wala na talaga yung sa vaccine.
Experts stressed the need for further investigation as health significance of the mutations is still unknown.
The more the virus circulates po, the more opportunity it has to change and acquire new mutations.
More samples will also be collected from the area of origin.
We need to gather more samples from different areas of Region 7, sequence them to find out if they also have the mutant strains. Because for all we know, they may not have it or they may have it.
Officials from Central Visayas are asking for 2 weeks to conduct case investigation before they can recommend the next appropriate quarantine status. Meanwhile, Health Secretary Francisco Duque III explained that this will not affect the possibility of NCR shifting to MGCQ by next month.
Because, NCR is a different region, but we have to be really careful as we further relax our community quarantine status from GCQ to MGCQ. We have to scale up even more.
Malacanang spokesman Harry Roque said President Duterte is expected to decide on the matter next week. For News 5, Greg Gregorio, we are One News.
And the city of Cebu has started mass contact tracing after the detection of new mutations. Jenny Doan joins us over the phone to tell us more. Hi, Jenny. How is the Cebu city government responding to these new mutations?
Sean, the Cebu city government is now coordinating with the health department following the detection of a variant of concern in the area. Citing health experts, Cebu City Mayor Edgar Labella said that the mutation is not as deadly as the previous one. Mayor Labella also said that local contact tracing teams are continuously finding close contacts of COVID-19 patients in the city. As of Thursday, February 18, Cebu City has 2,864 active cases, 90% of which asymptomatic. As for placing the city under a stricter quarantine classification, Labella said that he will study the matter and coordinate with the neighboring LGUs. Despite this, he said that Cebu City residents have been strictly complying with the health and safety protocols even under the more lenient modified GCQ. The Cebu City mayor assured the public that the city is conducting contact tracing and other measures to prevent the further spread of the virus. Sean, but he is still appealing to his constituents to cooperate with the local government. Sean.
Thank you for that update from Cebu. That was News 5's Jenny Dongon. The Health Department tallied 1,900 new COVID-19 cases on Friday. And this brings the total caseload to over 557,000, some 32,000 of which are still active. 150 more people died of the virus, pushing the death toll to almost 12,000. On the flip side, total recoveries are now at more than 512,000, with 500 new survivors logged today. Here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Senior citizens are no longer required to personally appear at banks and other financial institutions to claim their pensions starting March 1st. The IATF approved a resolution mandating pension issuing agencies and banks to adopt alternative modes of validation for pensioners. The government has also further eased travel restrictions for foreigners with valid visas that are entering the Philippines. The IATF revised its resolution, removing the reckoning period of March 16, 2020 to foreign nationals that are allowed to enter the country. And the IATF likewise approved putting the whole country under modified GCQ status by next month. The president, though, will decide on this quarantine status come Monday. We're going to pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Stay with us. You are still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Agriculture Department says that those proven to be rerouting hog supplies will be blacklisted and have their transport subsidy revoked. Some retailers in various markets are claiming that they've not yet benefited from the pork that arrived earlier this week from Mindanao. This is also why meat dealers are calling for a price cap for the entire Luzon to avoid the diversion of hog shipments to areas outside the NCR. The DA says it will monitor shipments next week from the pier to the slaughterhouses until supplies reach wet markets.
Reports akong dinadala sa Bulacan, dinadala sa Pampanga, kasi outside Metro Manila, wala namang price cap. Bigay tayo ng subsidy in condition na i-deliver sa Metro Manila ang baboy. So kung ilabas nila yan, out yan sa subsidy.
Residents in the Caraga region are bracing for heavy rains caused by severe tropical storm Auring. Jem Avancenia joins us live from Lianga, Surigao del Sur. Jem, kamusta? How are preparations going over there and how is the weather?
Sean, the northeast monsoon continues to bring light to moderate rains here in Lianga, Surigao del Sur and other parts of Caraga region. But Pag-asa says heavy to intense rains are expected to fall over the Caraga region starting tomorrow as severe tropical storm Auric approaches. Latest Pag-asa monitoring showed the storm's strength intensified to 95 kilometers per hour. Thus, different local government units are already prepping as early as now. In the town of Hinatuan, the Municipal Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office together with the PNP and Coast Guard went to Maua Island to conduct a preemptive evacuation. But residents refused to leave their homes and decided to stay in the island, which is now the problem of the LGU. MDRRMO Chief James Soria said they are prioritizing the evacuation of the residents in the said island since they cannot be rescued anymore once the seas become rough due to strong winds. Meanwhile, in the province of Agusan del Sur, all water assets and rescue units as well as search, rescue and retrieval teams are already on standby. PDRRMO Chief Armando Gomez said they have learned from the damage brought by Tropical Depression Vicky last December. They are asking residents to immediately comply once they order a preemptive evacuation. Gomez said it is better to do preemptive measures than to conduct rescue operations. Over at Tandag City in Surigao del Sur, strong winds and huge waves are hitting the coastal areas, and residents are advised to evacuate as soon as possible. Sean, the LGUs are also preparing the evacuation sites and relief assistance for the families who might be affected by TSO Ring. Storm signal number 1 remains over here in Surigao del Sur, Agusan del Sur, and other parts of Davao region. Sean?
Thank you for that update and stay safe down there, Jem. That was News 5's Jem Avancenia reporting to us live from Lianga in Surigao del Sur. The country's disaster management agency is reminding local government units to prepare for the possible eruption of the Taal volcano. The NDRRMC says it is now coordinating with LGUs in Batangas after FIVOLCS recorded 91 volcanic quakes in just the last 24 hours. FIVOLCS Director Renato Solidum earlier said the chance of another phreatic eruption is increasing. However, Solidum noted that it will likely affect only the volcano island. Uniformed personnel continue to patrol in the area to make sure that residents will not go back while Taal remains under alert level 1. And NASA's Perseverance has paid off after its rover named after the Virtue successfully landed on Mars. Reuters reports that Perseverance touched down safely in a vast crater where it will start to search for ancient microbial life. Perseverance immediately beamed back its first images from the surface of the red planet, one of them showing the desolate and rocky terrain where it landed. The robotic vehicle, which is the 5th Mars rover by NASA, began its almost 300 million-mile space journey in July last year. The agency's laboratory near Los Angeles, United States, burst into applause and cheers after Perseverance successfully pulled off the nail-biting landing phase.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the sands of past life.
For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.